Alright boys, it's time for us to actually talk about this. There's been some huge developments happening behind the scenes, and we just simply have to look at this, right? Taking a small break from the hardcore leveling right now to have a discussion with you guys and just take a look at all the news happening. We have a brand new encrypted build that literally just popped up right now. It is based on the WoW Dev 2 CDN encryption build and what they are working on internally. So what we're seeing here is that just a couple of weeks ago, just a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, they actually came out with some updates right here, where they actually put up WoW Dev 2 based on the Classic era final patch, so 1.14, right? Well, that has just been updated once again, and right now it has been encrypted with a brand new encrypted patch 1.15 build. So we're no longer working on 1.14, which is the classic era build, we're now working on 1.15, so something is definitely cooking behind the scenes. But exactly what could this be? Well, let's take a look at everything that's happened right here. I'll try to do a quick recap of what happened in the past, and then talk about where we are right now as well. So hopefully this works out, so we can actually check out my Twitter over here as well. Yeah, here we go. If I can just somehow scroll this one down or remove the text that you can see right here. By the way, we are doing a 24-hour stream when we get to 150 followers on Kick, so feel free to follow me on Kick if you want to, the link will be down below. Let me just remove that one now super quickly, that way you can see everything happening. Right here, this was happening 4 days ago. Mikey Barra tweeted this: hardcore mode in classic, thoughts, dare quick enter the servers. That is the first hint we got about hardcore servers, which happened literally 4 days ago. Then, 2 days ago, this tweet came out right here. New Warcraft build has been found, internal to WoW Dev 2, untracked.untracked has now been updated to 1.14.3, basically running on the final version of the classic era patch. This was found the day afterwards, like after Ibarra tweeted, and was posted 2 days ago. So in the span of 2 days, we got 2 pretty huge updates regarding classic WoW updates, and we haven't really had any updates for classic era in quite a while now, and people have been asking for classic WoW updates for quite a while. So to a lot of us, this is huge news. Now, today, like this first one, 4 days ago, 2 days ago, and now we have this one. I'm using this one from Icy Veins, but there's several people tweeting about this right now. We're also going to take a look at the actual WoW tools, so we can see that this is actually real. We have got some WoW Classic news. The WoW Dev 2, the one we just talked about, like this one right here that came out 2 days ago, which was based on the final patch of Classic Era, has now been updated to the patch 1.15 build. This is a brand new patch we haven't seen before. They're actually working on some updates now for Classic Era, and you have to remember, like even when Season of Mastery came out, they didn't need a new patch, so something is cooking here. It could be, let's just be really optimistic here. What about Classic Plus? Could be something like Classic Plus, where they're working on quests, right? Implementing new quests, new NPCs, new mobs, class changes, everything people have been asking for. Or we might be looking at hardcore servers, which I'm personally, like, that's what I want to happen here. Hardcore has been absolutely popping off lately, for a good reason, and like, once again, if we go back 4 days, Mike tweeted this, and when he tweets this, it's not just something he's asking people for. This is a PR move. It's obviously a PR move, just talking about hardcore, and even people playing retail have been jumping onto the hardcore train, right? So if you watch, for example, now from Echo, he's doing a hardcore mode challenge in the Keystone Masters for Mythic Plus, which is incredibly fun to see. You can see the hardcore mode actually branching out of Classic 2. So he tweeted this came out, and now we have a brand new encrypted build for a brand new patch 1.15, a patch we have never seen before. What could this mean? Well, first of all, I just talked about Classic Plus. It could definitely mean Classic Plus, but I would not keep my hopes up for that one. I'm thinking Classic Plus is several, well, maybe not several years, but 1 to 2 years down the line still. I think this could be either Classic Fresh, in which case they wouldn't need a brand new patch. They could release Classic WoW on patch 1.13 or 1.14, but it could be Classic Fresh, right, with some changes. But based on them actually using a new patch, I think it's something bigger than just Classic Fresh. It could be Season of Mastery 2, and the reason why they need a new patch is that they're implementing even more changes than Season of Mastery 1, could definitely be the case. or it's actual hardcore servers. Hardcore servers would have to, they would have to actually make some brand new server types in the game itself. They would have to disable some functions like resurrections, for example. They would have to disable that, so maybe hardcore servers would actually need a brand new patch. So the fact that we're working on a brand new patch to me signals there's something cooking more than just fresh classic WoW. If we were just getting fresh classic WoW servers, I think we would just be running on the 1.14 or 1.13 build. Right now we have the patch 1.15 build, and I want to take a look at one more thing here. Well, two more things actually. We have the WoW tools. I just want to verify this is real. You can go to WoW tools right now, and here you can see all the builds they're working on. You can't really data mine anything, it's in view only mode, but if you go all the way down right about here, you can see WoW Dev 2 in a locked build, and it's based on 1.15.0. 0.49244. That is a build we currently have, the one that just came out. Now, with all of that being said, let's take a look at one more thing which makes me very certain that this is actually hardcore servers, and this is going to be from a Reddit post that I can somewhat verify is somewhat real, and that is this one. The hardcore add-on mods spoke on Discord with Blizzard a few days ago, which means that Blizzard are listening to the community. They want some input from the people that made the hardcore challenge and that are actually moderating the hardcore challenge as well. They want some input, and they want to know like where to go, what to put in, and what is like the highest priority, what is the lowest priority, and everything in between. So if this happened, if the hardcore add-on mods actually spoke on Discord with Blizzard a few weeks ago, and now 4 days ago Quick talked about hardcore, 2 days ago we had an update for the internal build, and now we have patch 1.15, something is cooking, and it's looking more and more and more likely to be actual official hardcore servers supported by Blizzard. Let's talk about this post though. They didn't want to reveal what they spoke about, not because they had to sign a NDA, but out of respect for Blizzard. But here's what Calamity, one of the hardcore mods, said on her stream. Blizzard asked them what hardcore servers should have, and the hardcore mods gave them high priority concepts, low priority concepts, and things that would just be quality of life. Calamity did not want to say what the concepts were in detail, but one thing they apparently emphasized was that fixing griefing methods, like warlock summoning infernals, should be on the high priority list, and Blizzard agreed with them, and they were very receptive to that. That is what I got from Calamity's stream. If anyone has more information, it would be nice if you share it here. If you want to check out the post, I will try to leave it in the comments down below. If I fail to, please remind me. But here we go, right? There's a bunch of comments down here. Feel free to just pause the video, read them for yourself. I don't want to read every single one of them, but basically there's some high priority concepts and some low priority ones. The high priority concepts should be fixing every single griefing method. Now, I'm going to be probably the first one to say this, but no matter how much they work on fixing every single griefing method, there will be something out there, because at the end of the day, what can they really do though? Like, for example, how are they going to fix people kiting mobs with AoE abilities to your location? People are kiting Terramus to Elwyn Forest, right? Even if they fix Terramus, someone can find a different mob in the open world with like a fire breath damage, any type of AoE damage, and kite that mob to you. And even if they fix every single AoE ability, someone can find a regular mob, drag it to you, and then vanish on top of you, for example. Or if someone has engineering, they can actually tag someone from the opposite faction and force them into PvP combat by using a mind control cap. So if you are about to target a mob, I can then mind control that mob right before you, and then you are suddenly targeting and attacking my minion, which if I'm in PvP combat, turns you into PvP combat too, right? This is something we saw in Season of Mastery, and they also have the ability to summon infernals, and there's so many different ways to grief people that could be very destructive to the game itself. And I don't see a world where every single griefing method actually gets fixed. even though it would be absolutely perfect. I would love to see it. I just personally don't see it happening, but we'll see. Hopefully they fix the major ones though. Like, the more stuff they fix, the better like the player experience will be, and the better the service will be as well. So hopefully they fix as many of them as possible. But I'm just trying to say that no matter how much they try to fix every single griefing method, someone will find their way to grief someone if they want to. The one thing I will say, maybe you could, for example, make it so that PvP combat can only be turned on in your major city. Have it function like the war mode functionality in retail, where for me to go into PvP combat, I have to physically opt into PvP. Like, I can't target you if you are PvP flagged. I can't just target you and suddenly I'm flagged as well. I have to physically flag myself for PvP combat, and I have to do that in my major city. That is one way to stop every type of PvP combat griefing, maybe, which could actually work, right? Because nobody enjoys just randomly getting forced into PvP combat and then dying due to some griefer just putting you and getting you PvP flagged. That's basically it though. So based on all of this, it looks very likely that hardcore servers might become a reality. We have like hint number 1 here, hint number 2, hint number 3, and then also hint number 4, that we actually have a brand new patch 1.15, actually in the works. It's out right now, but it's internal, and Blizzard are working on something. They're cooking something behind the scenes. I personally can't wait for further updates. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and it's a good time to be playing Classic WoW, I can tell you that much. And personally, I am definitely hoping for official hardcore servers, and I think at the pace we're working right now, they're probably coming out sooner than you think. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, it really helps me out, and subscribe to the channel. We are really close to 42k, so it would really help me out if you pushed me over that edge. And if I'm doing basically daily uploads. If you're enjoying the uploads, feel free to smash that sub button. I'm also live on stream pretty much every single day, both on Twitch and on Kick. The links will be down below, and I'm doing this video live as well, so I'm sorry for the cringe. Either way, that's it. Big thumbs up, boys. Big thumbs up. Hardcore service coming, boys.